My name is Svejgaard, and today I want to talk to you about obesity in the United States. Obesity in the United States is a very significant health and social problem, and it's a very complex health issue to address because it's caused by a combination of a lot of different factors, which include behavior, genetics, and environment. The reason why I've chosen to talk about this topic is because when I came to the US in August, coming from Denmark, I experienced how the culture around food, the perception of what healthy food versus unhealthy food is, and the entire behavior around food was very, very different from what I was used to back home from Denmark and Europe in general. I've chosen to focus on the obesogenic environment in the United States, and according to Amelia Lake, an obesogenic environment is defined as the sum of influences that the surroundings, opportunities, or conditions of life have on promoting obesity in individuals or populations. According to the CDC, the obesity rate in the US is continuing to increase, which means that more and more people become obese every year. And at the same time, statistics from the CDC shows that in 2008, the medical care cost of obesity was estimated to be $147 billion, which has made the cost of obesity a significant impact on the US economy, both directly and indirectly by medical costs due to prevention, diagnostic, but also morbidity and mortality rates. One of the contributing factors to the obesogenic environment is the food industry and the marketing of food. According to Pierre Sandon, food marketing has been singled out as the leading cause of the obesity epidemic because food marketing influences food consumption and food intake. According to Pierre Sandon, there was a study made which looked at marketing and consumer research combined with nutrition research, and it showed that food pricing, marketing, communication, and packaging all were areas that affected each individual in the society's perception of food and choices of what food to eat. One of the main differences between the US society and societies in Europe is when, like an example of this can be when you drive down one of the big roads in the US, you see a lot of different restaurants and chain restaurants like Wendy's, McDonald's, Olive Garden, Panda Express, all this kind of stuff when you drive down, maybe home from work. Whereas over here, back home in Europe, you don't really see that. Even in some of the bigger cities, you don't get exposed as much to food choices. Another thing that contributes to the obesogenic environment is that food is cheap. You can easily get cheap food, and the culture is set up around going out to eat a lot. So one of the solutions to this could be that it became more normal for people to make home-cooked food and cook more food themselves so they don't eat as much processed food with a high calorie count. Another thing that contributes to the obesogenic environment when it comes to food marketing is that the food industry doesn't make money off of people being healthy. Their only goal is to make money, and they don't care if it's unhealthy food or unhealthy food. And at the same time, diet food has been marketed as being healthy, even though it may have more calories than a meal would have, or a higher sugar content or higher fat content. So according to market data, a part of the food industry in the dieting industry has been estimated to be worth $990 million, And a report from 2017 shows that since 2015, the number of active dieters have fallen with 10%, but at the same time, meal replacement supplements have increased, or is predicted to increase with 7.2% a year. I think that a solution to this growing obesity problem could be that more people cooked at home, more healthy choices was available, and that in general just people being educated more on what healthy food is, and that burgers and fries aren't healthy, and then supplying them with means to what they can eat instead, because this would lead to a healthy environment, and if it gets integrated into the culture, it's easier to set in motion.